30, Loto for Life here, bringing us a brand new deck profile this time around. It is Zoodiac Lunalight. So, as you guys know, I have been doing IRL deck profiles for the longest time now, mostly because I finally got a job and I can actually buy cards. But, however, due to how expensive the Zoodiacs are, I will be doing any and all Zoodiac deck profiles on YgoAmino, because there is just no way I'm going to be spending $700 on a deck that I don't. Well, I feel like crap if I bought $700 on an actual deck. But hey, if you have Zoodiacs, I want to build a different version of Zoodiacs. Try out Zoodiac and Lunalight. This deck is hilariously fun. I swear, it's awesome. So let's go ahead and get on with the deck profile. First and foremost, I play 2 Lunalight Wolf. This card you mostly play for the Pendulum's effect, which is, well, it's a miracle fusion. You can use its effect so that you basically just fusion summon a Lunalight fusion monster using monsters on your field or in your graveyard, and they are banished. Really, really good card, and it's a scale 1. Heck, you can actually pendulum summon your Zoodiacs in this deck. It doesn't come up too often, but it's possible. It's a scale 1. It's a really, really good scale. It's a really good pendulum effect. I have actually summoned it too, like off of Blue Cat and stuff, in order to go for game because of the monster effect, which basically gives all of your Lunalights piercing, which is a scary effect, especially if your opponent has a bunch of stuff in defense, like if you're in a Zoodiac mirror match and they have like a Broad Bull in defense, or they summoned Invoker in defense or something. That's a lot of damage. Really good card, but you only really need 2 of it. Playing any more than 2 in this build is really, really risky because you are effectively running the risk of breaking with this thing, which is entirely possible to do and is incredibly annoying when you do it. Trust me, I tried it at 3, don't do it, play it at 2. Next up is 3 Lunalight Blue Cat, the main deck Lunalight. Kind of, sort of. So it's a dark Beast Warrior, level 4, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. If it's special summon, you can target a Lunalight monster you control except a Blue Cat. Its attack points become double its its original attack until the end of this turn. And if she is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can spell summon any Lunalight from your deck, including another Blue Cat, which is really good because a lot of the times you can summon her and Dryden, and then you got like one of your Lunalight fusions. You can use Dryden's effect, pop your Blue Cat, and then summon out another Blue Cat off of her effect, and then use her effect, target your Lunalight fusion, double that one's attack points, and then, well, you just got an OTK right there. It's really, really good. Very powerful card. I absolutely love it. And hey, since it's level 4, you can use it with the Zoodiacs for going into rank 4 Xyzes and stuff, which doesn't really come up too often, but hey, you never know. It's just pretty good. Next up, I got 1 Zoodiac Beast Thoroughblade. I've only been really liking 1. Heck, I've been tempted to take it out, but it's been nice for the occasional time when you actually do need it. So I do play 1. Basically, if he's normal or special summon, you can discard a Zoodiac card and then draw 1 card, which is really good for like discarding your trap card Zoodiac combo or dead Zoodiac Barrage in your hand. Yes, this card can be dead if you have like multiples or if you add a Zoodiacs in your deck. So it's just really good for getting to draw stuff, and hey, it gives any Beast Warrior Xyz monster that you use it before piercing, which is pretty cool as well. Then we got 3 Raptor. Everybody knows what this stupid little rat does. If you have him on an Xyz monster, you can detach that Xyz material from that Xyz monster, special summon another copy of this guy from your deck. It's so stupid. It's what gives this deck so much speed and so much consistency and so much power. It's scary. And then it has a normal summon effect, which you almost never use because you almost never normal summon this thing. It's almost always being special summoned off of other things. Next up is 2 Lunalight Tiger. I've been floating between 2 and 3 this card. It's really tough to decide. Like, honestly, if I were to play 3, I'd probably drop Thoroughblade to 0 because I want to keep this deck at 45 cards or less. But let me tell you, ignore the 45 card deck, okay? This deck burns through its card amount so fast, it's ridiculous. So now then, Tiger I play 2 of because, well, to match up with the pendulum scale for good old Wolf, I like to try and play equal amount of opposite pendulum scales, you know, just in case. But also, this card has 2 really good effects. Its pendulum effect is you can target a Lunalight in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack and its effects are negated. Also, it's destroyed during the end phase. You use this mostly for going into Xyz monsters, for fusions, and heck, if you summon out Blue Cat will die at end phase due to Tiger's effect, which will then let you special summon a Lunalight off of Blue Cat's effect, which is pretty good. I like that a lot. That combo has actually helped me out a lot in a few duels, especially against other Zoodiac decks. It's pretty awesome. I love it. And then if she's destroyed, you can target a Lunalight in your graveyard, special summon it, which allows for some kind of sort of little loop with her and Blue Cat, which is really, really nice. Again, though, however, Lunalight Tiger's monster effect is only usable once per turn, unlike Blue Cat, which you can do as many times, which is pretty awesome. Next up, 3 Terror Top, mostly just for making the Invoker and summoning out good old Momo Rat, or sorry, Rat Pier. Konami and their puns, when will they stop doing it? Next up is Lunalight Purple Butterfly. So this card you mostly use for fusion fodder, to be completely honest, but also the attack boosting effect where once per turn you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, target a Lunalight you control. It gains 1,000 attack until the end of the turn, which is really, really good. It just allows for so many OTKs, and it has another effect where if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard, spell summon a Lunalight from your hand. Very, very useful card overall. The graveyard effect is very nice. The monster effect from your hand or field facilitates the graveyard effect and gets you closer to that OTK. This build is all about OTKing as fast as possible. It's really, really good and pretty stupid at times. Next up is 1 Speeder Attack Borg, just for searching off of your good old Terror Top and then making your Invoker. Pretty standard for the Zoodiac engine. Almost forgot the word. But yeah, you know, the Zoodiac engine. Next up is Lunalight White Rabbit. Level 2, Dark, Beast Warrior, 800 attack, 800 defense. And she is pretty good overall too. When it's normal summon, you can target 1 Lunalight in your graveyard, special summon it. It can't be a White Rabbit though. And it gets summoned in defense position, which is kind of obnoxious when you're trying to go for the OTK. And then once per turn, you can target spell or trap cards your opponent controls up to the number of other Lunalight cards you control, and return them to the hand. Overall, a really good card. It's able to get rid of back row, it's able to summon a Lunalight from your graveyard, and just simply allows for all sorts of OTKs and other plays, not to mention just general setup and everything, because you can use her effect to bring back Blue Cat. That'll trigger Blue Cat's effect, double a Lunalight's attack points, and then you also have fusion fodder or exceeds fodder and stuff like that. Overall, a pretty good card, and a definite mandatory 3 of in my personal opinion. Not to mention, just the ability to get rid of your opponent's back row is always really nice. Then finally we got Lunalight Black Sheep, another really good card and a definite 3 of, because what it does is you can discard this card and then either add a Lunalight from your graveyard to your hand, accept a copy of itself, or add Polymerization from your deck to your hand. This is how you get Poly from your deck to your hand. Super, super easy. Really, really good. And then it has another effect where if it's sent to the graveyard for a fusion summon, you can grab a Lunalight monster from your extra deck that's face up, or in your graveyard to your hand, which is really, really good. It can't grab itself though, which is very obnoxious, but still just able to recover from that fusion summon is really, really, really nice. Then we got Triple Allure for the spell cards. We are playing, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 darks. So Triple Allure is pretty much always live, and just being able to dig through your deck so fast is really, really, really good. I mean, Zoodiacs by themselves with like other stuff is already really fast, and you burn through your deck so fast, but Allure just speeds it up so much more. It's really, really stupid. Like heck, just the whole Zoodiac engine is stupid, but this card just makes it even stupider because you just get to draw so much. Triple Poly to get out your fusions. Triple Lunalight Perfume. It's a monster born for Lunalights, and then it has a graveyard effect that you don't have to wait a turn for, where you get to banish it, discard a card, and add a Lunalight from your deck to your hand. It's a super good combo-oriented card where you get just, fusion, set up your fusions, set up your Xyz, and then also, of course, set up your graveyard stuff with your Zoodiac stuff. Very, very good. Also, you can discard Lunalight Perfume off of Lunalight Perfume's graveyard effect, which is really, really, really stupid, because then you get to basically essentially search out 2 cards, which is really, really nice. Next up is 2 Twin Twister. Back row is the bane of this deck's existence, so let's try to get rid of that with Twin Twister. 2 Fire Formation Tenki. Sorry, not Tenki, Tensu. Everything in this deck, except for the Speedroid stuff, is Beast Warrior, so being able to normal summon twice is really, really, really helpful, especially since this deck can actually go through multiple turns without ever needing to normal summon, but the Tensu just helps so much more, because if you don't draw into your Zoodiac stuff, which I haven't had much of a problem with, but you never know. And Tinsel just really helps out with that. Not to mention you can pop it with Barrage to just, be able to combo off of that after getting that additional normal summon. Speaking of Barrage, 3 of it. It's a mandatory 3 of. You target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, spell summon a Zoodiac from your deck. You can only use this effect of it once per turn. And then if the card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target a Zoodiac it sees you control, attach this card to it as Xyz material. That is really, really good. This card is just so incredibly stupid. You have 2 really good targets in this deck for its destruction effect. Destroying Blue Cat or Tiger can just net you so much pluses. Destroying Blue Cat, of course, obviously will net you a Zoodiac from deck and will net you a Lunalight from deck as well. And then, of course, destroying Tiger will net you a Zoodiac from deck and a Lunalight from graveyard, which, again, is just really stupid. This card, it helps with the deck so much, and it just combos so much, and it just is such a stupid good enabler. It's a really, really stupid good card is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I really love the artwork too. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I love it. And then we got 3 Tenki. Again, aside from Takendenborg and Triple Terror Top, everything in this deck is Beast Warrior, and you're able to search out everything barring Wolf, which is really, really good. Granted though, we still have ways to get out Wolf from deck to hand too, which is really, really helpful. Next up is good old Zoodiac combo. Target a Zoodiac you control, attach another Zoodiac onto it as Xyz material. You almost never use the actual on-field effect. You use it for the Jar of Avarice effect, which, speaking of Jar of Avarice, I play one of as well, just mostly to get back my Lunalight stuff back into the deck, recycle my other things. It's just a really good card overall. If you prefer, you can swap out both of these for Dimensional Barrier, but due to the sheer offense of this deck, I prefer just being able to just go for game, hopefully, and then recover if anything happens, which doesn't really happen too much, honestly. So that's the main deck. I really have been loving this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun, and I absolutely love Lunalights in general. I'm such a Lunalight fanboy. I'm probably worse than Capchi at it. Not with the actual deck, but with, in terms of fanboyism. Now then, for the extra deck, 1 MX Saber Invoker. It's the only rank 3 you really need, and it's the main one, only one you really go into. It's a enabler. You got MX Saber Invoker, you got this thing, you got this thing. There's so many ways to get Momorat out onto the field, and then you got this. It's so stupid just how many ways there are to enable the Zoodiac engine to get going. And once it gets going, oh god, does it get going. So now then, for the Zoodiac stuff, I have 2 Zoodiac Baratable, and just being able to search out any Beast Warrior. Doesn't matter what its level is. That's mainly how I get Wolf to hand, because I don't have to rely on Perfume to get Wolf to hand anymore. But irregardless, I still like Perfume for its combo plays. And Bullhorn is just a really, really good card, being able to search out the entire Lunalight and Zoodiac deck, meaning, again, aside from the Terror Tops and the Takendenborg, it can grab everything in the deck. That is stupid good. And then you're able to grab your Black Sheep, which means you can search out your Poly, which means you can just go for the OTK. It's so stupid. 1 Borbo, mostly just for going 30 XYZ rank up thingies. You go into this guy first, usually with Momorat, use his effect, summon out another Rat Pierce, and then you go into the other one of Tigress, who then you just do it again. You use her effect, detach this Xyz material, which will be, of course, Wild Bow, and then attaching your Rat Pier onto Tigress, and then using Momorat's effect again, which will then have you having a Tigress and 2 Momorats out on field. And generally speaking, you can do that without even normal summoning. And heck, if you use Terror Top for this, then that means you also have an Invoker, so then you have Invoker, Tigress, 2 Momorats, and you haven't even normal summoned yet. It's so stupid. And then you plop the Dryadent on top of the Tigress, and Dryadent, of course, is a really good just turn ender, generally speaking, because she is able to pop any card on the field. It's face up. It's targeting destruction, though, which kind of is bad, but at the same time, this card is really good because you're able to enable even more plays by destroying your Blue Cat, by destroying your Tiger, and just also, of course, destroying your opponent's stuff. Now then, because this deck fills the graveyard so fast with monsters, that Gusto Emerald is definitely a 2 of in this build. I can't really say much more about it. It's usually what you use, you go into with the 2 Momo Rat, though sometimes I have gone into a second Broad Bull if I need to for the OTK. But however, generally speaking, it's an Emerald. And then you can recycle your Emerald with Emerald, which is just really stupid. And then, of course, we got Jar of Avarice to recycle the Emerald in case something does happen. So, really, really stupid stuff, generally speaking. And then we got 2 of each of the Lunalight fusions, because I do actually, generally speaking, make 1 to 2 of each per game. Really does depend, though, on what's going on, what I'm doing against, and everything. So what does each of these do? Cat Dancer, she needs 2 Lunalights to go into. She's level 7, 2400 attack, 2000 defense. Dark Beast Warrior. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during your main phase, you can tribute 1 other Lunalight monster for the rest of this turn. The first time each monster your opponent controls would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. Also, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice each this turn. If this card declares an attack, inflict 100 damage to your opponent. Really, really, really good fusion monster, and they only get better as you go up, which is really, really stupid. This card I absolutely love, and it's actually the main way you go into the OTK, but any of these 3 fusions can OTK, and it's really, really scary. Next up, Lunalight Panther Dancer. She needs Cat Dancer plus a Lunalight. 2800 attack, 2500 defense. Beast Warrior, level 8, Dark. Must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can basically do what Cat Dancer does, but without having to tribute. And then when this card destroys an opponent's monster at battle, this card gains 200 attack until the end of the battle phase. So she does basically what Cat Dancer does, but doesn't need a tribute, can't be destroyed by card effects, and gains more attack the more monsters she kills, which can just lead to all sorts of stupid OTKs, especially if you double her attack points to 5600 thanks to Blue Cat, and then she gains 200 more for every monster she kills, which is really, really, really scary and can get her attack points to easily over 6,000. It is really, really freaky. And then, of course, we have Lunalight Leo Dancer. She needs Panther Dancer plus any 2 Lunalight monsters. Level 10, 3500 attack, 3000 defense. Must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials and cannot be spell summoned by other ways. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase, and then once per turn at the end of the damage step. If this card attacked a monster, you can destroy all spell summon monsters your opponent controls. Really, really, really powerful card. Kind of difficult to go into, but honestly not in this build, because you can easily churn out 2 of her in 1 turn, depending on your build. Well, not depending on your build, but depending on your hand and what you got going, and depending on if your opponent has any responses. It's really, really stupid. So, with all that being said, this is my Zoodiac and Lunalight deck. If I actually had the money somehow to build Zoodiacs, I would totally be playing this version. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to have a dual compilation video up tomorrow, which will be Friday the 24th. And hopefully you guys look forward to that. It's going to have combos and, you know, all that cool stuff, and just kind of show off what the deck can do. I, again, have been really, really enjoying this deck. If you would like this deck, let me know. If you have any recommendations, ideas, concerns, or anything that you guys think that I should change around in the deck, please leave your comments below. I may not always reply to your comments, but I do always read your comments. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Also, please don't kill me for playing Zoodiacs. See you all later. Peace out. Goodbye.